supposedly exists out there somewhere, so I don't have that mod, but I have looked into where the moon is. I'm gonna give it one last shot to try and find it. And I'm curious if it'll show up in time for me to find it. I might need to make a clip of it afterwards. Yeah, I've got a message there. That's from last time. Imagine... yeah, there it goes, it's disappeared now. Still don't quite know why I've got no frames whatsoever. I'm possibly going to need to start a new run once I have found the moon. Simply because I can't handle these few frames I am getting. But from what I understand, I need to go like up here somewhere. Should be. Yeah, I fly surprisingly fast, so I think it's up here. Can't say for certain. Straight there, but oh, regeneration. Taking a small bit is not. It's definitely Where is the moon? Have I gone too high? Possibly. This is gonna take a while. Alright, it's me back down again. It's annoying it doesn't tell you which part you're in. I want to say this is the Sky Mines or whatever it's called. There's also a chance I've just blown up the moon accidentally, that would still be the background, so I should be able to find it. Somewhere around here it's got to be. It does keep going up here though, which is interesting. Maybe I've just got to keep going up. Ah, that hurt a fair bit. It's not nice. I'm pretty much out of water at this point, so that's not going to be able to put me out. Should be able to see the moon somewhere here, hopefully. Might have gone too far now though. Okay, no, this is definitely the mines here. Has to be. Just keep moving along. Maybe? On fire again. But this is definitely the mines I've found this time. I've got to be close. have been around here before, seemingly. Just need to keep going up, maybe? I'm gonna go back down. I think I'm too high now. Takes a long time to go down though. Looks like fizzle spells does cause me to set myself on fire. Invisible and put you out? Possibly. Let's give it a shot. No, I've just died. Yeah, that's fair enough. I pretty much gave up on finding a moon there. I mean, just a second, I think the game's changed the mods or something. Alright, into a fresh run. Got unstable crystal, water, and 3 bouncing bursts. Look to be a pale, kind of purpley colour. Maybe a pink colour would be more fitting, who knows. But anyway, I'm going to try and get some orbs this time. Unlock some new spells and all that. Potion of blood. I'll take that. That'll be handy if I make my way to PC Lab and such. And get a bunch of gold out of that. Hourglass. Polymorphine. Another good one. It's a shame I don't have that massively overpowered wand anymore. I've at least got a very rough idea where the moon is if I ever do want to get back there again. Looks like there's something through there. I'm going to quickly burn this down. Got enough blood here, I should be able to resist any fire. It's taking a while to burn down as well. And there wasn't even anything. That's a bit of a shame. I haven't seen any wands just yet. It'd be nice to find something. Got an egg as well. I'll use that at some point. Alright, any idea when, but you know, now's good. I've just slime guys. Still no wands or anything, which is a little bit concerning. I mean, I do like bouncing burst, but it's not for its damage output. I'm not going to be able to survive if I don't find anything better before too long. Maybe just need to go a bit further down. I have been skirting around some of the higher areas. Frog's now dead. Dark controls is ended. Let's quickly murder a shot guy. So, of all the orbs, I think I've got a fair few of them already. I'm assuming that's what is in progress. I think there's 12 orbs altogether though, so I am missing 5. Pretty sure I know where one of them is. Can't say that I know where the other ones are though. Well, there is just a health upgrade sitting there. I'll take that. Still, I am needing a better one. Doesn't look like there's anything up there. Just guess I need to go back to the very first area. I don't think there's any difference in the, like, spawn chances or anything for ones in the first area. It just went immediately to the left though when I spawned in, so I guess I'm to go somewhat to the right. Imagine at some point someone will come along. Even if there isn't, I'm happy. I was just playing this and talking to myself, if I'm being completely honest. Ah, perfect, a 1. Now, what are the chances it's actually something worth taking? What are the chances it's just got, like, rain or something of that kind on it? Chest there, I'll need to get that at some point. Now, however, I'm just going to grab this one and hope it's got something good. Saw blades, it's got terrible base stats, I'll take it. Simply because it's got better mana charge speed. Not by much, but it's not great. Being healed up here. I mean, max health was reduced, but the healing does come in handy. Now let's see if we can make this into a 3-hour long run of Noita. And just go and grab all of the orbs, potentially. Still got to investigate the alternate worlds as well, to the far left or far right. Any more ones or anything around here? Not that I'm seeing. Which isn't great. I was somewhat hoping I'd get something better than just disc projectiles. I mean, lots of damage, don't get me wrong. Just not kind of stuff I'm using. Got a potion, pheromone potion, I can see through the wall. That one's not all that useful. There's nothing in this pool of water. Get maybe one more health upgrade, I'd consider using the disc projectiles, although it seems I might have to regardless. Yeah, can't see much. I can always hope that chest I saw earlier has something useful in it. Not all that likely though. Well, I can always throw a tablet at people if I need to. I think that's me pretty much cleared out this area. I mean, there is still that chest I saw earlier, that's over in this direction somewhere. Was it in there? It was not in there. Ah, health upgrades down there. And unstable crystal. Will that actually get me inside? Give this a shot. I think it improves explosion radius and that. That actually works better than I thought it would. lot better. Like, normally I don't care about the unstable crystal at all. I mean, it's good enough as a temporary weapon. But the fact you need to lure enemies into, and a lot of the enemies are just going to be flying about, it's hardly great. Anyway, there's a health upgrade just up the way slightly. Or not a health upgrade, the chest even. It's in... or is it down here? I definitely saw it around. Somewhere. There it is. It's an unstable crystal again. If this gets through in one blast, I might forgive unstable crystal for being useless in the past. I did get through. You know what? I'll take it. Unstable crystal, you've redeemed yourself in my eyes. Zircum. I'd quite like to keep the blood and water if I'm honest. Oh, extra damage could be nice, but there's a wand in there. You know what? Water I can leave for now. I'll just drop that there. Blood will now be my go-to for putting myself out when I'm on fire and such, which will be a lot of the time, I'd imagine. Where's that wand? Here it is. Ah. It's not gonna be great. Magic missile. If I really need to, well, be able to murder things. Yeah, it's not been a great first floor. Plenty of money though, because I've murdered practically everything. Does that get me? No, not quite 800. Get 800 money, that'd be nice. Unlikely though. Don't really need it to be honest. Just want it for sake. It's a nice number to get to. There's a wand in there, amongst the Lego and toxic sludge. Trying to remember, does blood do anything? No. Dynamite wand. Better unstable crystal? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'll need to take this health pick up. Got a luminous drill, that's a nice one to start with. Fireball orbit. It's new, I'll take it and test it out. 4 fireballs rotate around the projectile. This could potentially be an utterly devastating one. That eviscerated those fish. What is this spell I've come across? This is broken. Absolutely broken. I'm not gonna say no to it. Doesn't seem I shouldn't have it just this early on though. Faster levitation. Bouncing spells. I'm going to be going with this as my primary weapon. Potentially, actually. Okay, that can do self-damage too. Good to know. So how does it do it? Is it on contact? It's on expiration, it explodes. Okay, that should be more than handleable, I guess. Handleable word? Sure, why not? It can be a word today. Okay, so this does set everything on fire, seemingly. That could turn out to be a problem. I need to get myself some fire immunity if this is going to be my primary go-to one. Yeah, fire immunity is a definite must-have here. I'm just going to let myself burn. I've got healing ghosts. Yeah, this is devastatingly powerful. I don't think they considered it being on bouncing burst, really. I had to guess. I wonder, would that apply to a rock? If you make a rock spell that just has fireballs permanently around it? Curious thing I'll need to find out at some point. Another orbiting fireballs. I mean, it's a good wand anyway, so I'll take it. Do I want to put two of them on? I kind of do, I'll be honest. That is some fun new spell modifiers into this, haven't they? Always cast summon hollow eggs. Basically any projectile immediately hits that, it's a useless one. Bit of a shame. What can you do? Yes, we might have changed it. Might be a case now that actually does work. It casts before your spell, meaning your spell's inside the egg. I am doubtful though. Yeah, this wand, for just a bouncing burst with one modifier on it, is doing amazingly well. Can't say I'm against it in any way, other than the insane amounts of fire everywhere. That's the potential problem I've got going on. Looks like healing ghosts have run out, sadly, so I'll need to actually be a bit more careful now about the whole setting myself on fire thing. So this is non-shuffle. It's not got an amazing mana charge speed, it's got better capacity than this though, so I will likely take it. Definitely going to be using that fire immunity though, at some point. It's currently my biggest concern, is I'm just going to be burning myself to death. Also, I can't aim this TNT at all. There we go. Yeah, I'm on fire again. Fire immunity is a must-have here. Such a weird spell, I don't actually know quite how it works. It's just that they all explode when the projectile comes into contact. So they're also lighting things on fire just constantly. Is he immune to fire? Somewhat makes sense. God. just like Pyromaniac's favourite spell I've got going on, isn't it? Biggie hole. I mean, fair enough. Ah, it's the Gandor. I think I recognise your name. Welcome back. If you are new, welcome and all that. Found a fun new spell. Oh, just immediately going to try and bomb me. I can promise you, I definitely don't need that. I'll show you one example of why I don't need you trying to murder me. Look at all that fire I'm already creating. Come on. I don't need this. I'm setting myself on fire as well. It's such a weird new thing they've added spell modifier wise. I'll show you what it is since I hadn't seen it before. Fireball Orbit. Still don't entirely know how it works, I'm gonna be honest. Other than everything seems to get set on fire, and also it kills things quite efficiently, so... Anyway, I almost got to the moon yesterday. I could have got to the moon if I'd been bothered enough to keep looking, but I really could not figure it out. Yeah, I found this just in the first shop. I found the second one on the wand on the second floor. I managed to get fire immunity. This is going to be such a good spell. Like, it's ridiculous I found this so early on. But then again, it is a new spell. I hadn't seen it before, so I don't know quite how it works. Like, sometimes it seems to do around maybe 50 damage when I hit someone. And okay, I get to test something out here. I'm gonna put a rock with this modifier on it, the fireballs. See if that translates to the rock. So if I can spawn a rock with fireballs constantly surrounding it, that'll be fun. But yeah, as I was saying, sometimes it does ridiculous amounts of damage, sometimes it does just the regular bouncing burst damage, so I'm really not entirely sure how it works. I mean, from what it looks like aesthetically, it seems the fireballs do explode. Ah, hey Luna. I did have another shot at going for the moon. I couldn't find it. I gave up after about maybe 10 minutes. And then couldn't be bothered waiting to get down. Yeah, I found a new spell, Luna. Look at this, isn't it fun? Everything's on fire. Yeah, I've got no idea how it works other than setting everything on fire. It might just be that it doesn't actually have any actual damage as the projectile itself, like the digging bolt does. But if you paid attention just there, you saw like 28 damage. Is the moon radar already in the game? Alright. I had a look for the mod, I couldn't find it. I'm going to assume that's what you're meaning. Okay, I'm gonna need to go find that at some point. For the time being though, I need to decide whether I want to take this wand. Which I'll be honest, I kinda do. It's got a lot better in the way of mana charge speed. Yeah, that's like 120 damage I did just there. I've got no idea how this modifier works. Is it just some of these enemies are too small to be caught in the explosion radius? That could be it. Like that guy just took 2 damage. Then he took 30. Like, I'm gonna need to mess around with this. Here's something fun. I'll take that over this one. Alright. Alright, see you in a bit then, Staganda. Oh god, that was painful. 65 damage just there. I'm gonna run away. And I think I'm being toxic sludged. I can't see though. I don't want to just blindly fire in the hopes I survive, because I'll just set myself on fire. Don't know why I've made blindness a thing in this. That's not useful. Ah, you've healed me. Thank you very much. Does seem I got my revenge in that mage though. So that was the wand he was holding just there. I really hate getting these guys as followers. Like, they're just spreading around all the toxic sludge or whatever they can. It's toxic sludge? Yes. Anyway, I think I might try and go down to Holy Mountain. Oh, yeah, pops back. I'll say again, goodbye. I know of the Lucky Lair. I haven't looked around too much in the jungle. I know about the dragon, I know you can get a fungal cavern spawning in, but I think I've found, on occasion, like a small room with tons of eggs and such in it for Luckies. And then like one big one. How did I teleport? Why did I teleport? That guy somehow hit me? No? Who knows? Came with a fun spell though. One of my favourite base ones for fighting. Expensive, but it does get the job done. I will have to leave it though. My spells and my wands are currently too good to be able to really leave anything behind. Basically opposite side of the dragon. Alright, I'll have a look for that then. See if I can find myself the moon radar. Plan was going to be go to the abandoned Hisi base in the like frozen area. But if there's a chance I can get to Moon still, I will definitely go for it. Because I don't think I'm quite competent enough to get all the essences, I just want to see if it's actually there and what it's like and whether I can use it. Without a good digging wand, you say? Well, I just happened to pick up Luminous Drill in the first shot, so we're already halfway there. All I need is a wand of around, I think, 200 mana recharge speed, and that's infinite. Or I could find the duck modifier, that would also make it infinite. It's pheromones, I can just walk through here safely for now. Oh, and there's a duck. I didn't even notice one got spawned in earlier. Lovely. I've just got infinite digging then, since this is dead. I do feel murdering it when it's named after a person who's just left to get food, but that's what happens. It's all in the name of progress and that. And I'm on fire. Oh no, that guy's charmed, but I don't trust him at all. Try and keep away from him if I can. And it looks like that's the duck dead. Lovely. Oh, it dropped ominous liquid. Is that the very deadly one? I can just get my way into the duck. There we go. Kinda want to see what this wand does. Okay, more orbitals. I didn't install any new mods to add orbitals, these have just been added in. So I am very curious about what's going on, because there is the, like, all those triggers and such I found yesterday after beating the Desert Temple boss. Now I'm finding orbitals today. So I'm going to need to have a look into all of these sometime. I appreciate the pun, Luna. And I'll take over this one. We can have both of them like put together or something. Yeah, I noticed yesterday before I launched it I wanted to do an update, so I'm assuming it was something to do with that. There's a bond in the roof and that guy's charmed. I've just attacked him. I think he should be safe. Floating arc's boring, but is it good for an orbital? Potentially. I mean, I don't need TNT, I'm able to make myself a good digging wand now, so I'll give it a test. Ooh, and just a free dark flame and an energy shield. Okay. I'm assuming that was a chest just there, seeing as there's an oddly chest-shaped bit of cheese. Let's mess with some new spells, I guess. Any of these have anything worthwhile? Will save, multicasts are tempting. Do I want spread? Potentially I do want spread for this. I mean, what wand am I going to put on firstly? Probably this one. It already has 1 degree of spread. Do I want more? I'll be honest, kind of. Okay, first let's mess with these. I've just noticed I've got a quad scatter spell, so that's fine. I don't want heavy spread, that's useless. Improved wands, that improve these ones as well? I believe so. None of them are all that great still, except from potentially this one. Anyway, let's move these onto here. Does that have saw blades as well? I just can't see it. Yeah, that has giant saw blades. Do saw blades murder me? Okay, I can only have 1 orbital, I think. Either they're overlapping and I just can't see the sprite because of how it does the rendering. I have a feeling saw blades and other orbitals, or maybe just any 2 orbitals, can't be together. I'll be honest, if that can hurt me though, I don't really want it. I'm going to do a test. If I fire over here, it does a... Oh god, they dig through everything. You see this? Look at that. Look at the mess they've made. We've angered Steve, understandably. But they don't self-harm, which makes it better than the one I'm currently using. Does it? It does do some damage, it seems. It's kinda hard to figure out. I'm gonna be honest. I think one of... Okay, I think they did do self-damage. That is one wacky spell modifier. Those are just official ones they've added in. I'm pretty sure I took 2 hits of 50 there, and that was roughly how much damage that did to Steve. Wasn't quite paying enough attention, but orbitals seem interesting. Yeah, the digging's likely just because it's normally got a physical projectile, like, go back into here. I think it's a giga-disc projectile that orbits, I'm assuming. And because that normally does have, like, a physical aspect to it, just so it can interact with things and not disappear, I think it does occupy 1 pixel, right in the very middle or something. I'm assuming they haven't fixed that, and that's just overlapping with terrain which just causes it to dig. So yeah, it's likely not meant to happen, like you say. Still interesting, nonetheless, though. Kind of feel cheated in the way I died there, but that's all a learning experience of Noita. I'm not going to get too annoyed other than this colour of cloak, which makes me feel oddly just annoyed at it. It doesn't seem like the colours quite go together. I don't like that cape. I couldn't tell you why. I really couldn't. Hoping I find something else fun like that. Yeah, cheated deaths are every death, you are correct there. But one of the things I learned yesterday when trying to get to the moon was that fire does damage based on percentage of map's health rather than percentage of current health or a set amount or anything. So I tested again at the start of the stream, not on purpose, just because I was getting set on fire. And I was taking like 8-9 damage per tick of the fire. Whereas if I go set myself on fire quickly here, it's a terrible idea normally, but I'm taking like 2 damage, 1 damage per tick. So there's a fair few things that have changed from what I thought I knew. It's definitely good in a game like this. It means they're still adding in plenty of new stuff, still messing with it, trying to get it to be the game they want it to be. Which is good, a lot of people wouldn't bother doing it as a roguelike, they just say, ah, it's a roguelike, people will make up their own experiences with it. We've given them modding, so they can add anything else they want to add. But clearly the team do care about it, which is nice. Is that squint at the side? I think it is. Why is that squint? It's not fallen down, it's still connected. Oh well. Bomb one, better than the fire. It's a fire bomb? Firebolt I've currently got. Ambrosia, I would take it, but I'm never going to remember to use it. I can assure you of that. Enemy bombers, I'm hoping he was in range. He was, lovely. Yeah, I really don't like colourless cloak. Why I don't like it, I just genuinely hate it. It's horrible looking. Anyway, let's see if we can find some more wands. It seems there's a lot of new spells about, which actually I could check in here. I swear that used to be like maybe 340 odd maybe? So I've added about 30 new spells I think. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space in here that didn't used to be there. This is going to be interesting to learn. I want to probably make my goal after I've got the orbs. Or I guess getting to the moon, because orbs do this. Is to unlock every spell in the progress bit. It'll take a long time to do. I think there'll be something nice about just knowing what all the spells are. One thing I do find a little bit odd is while you have the little high score table or whatever you want to call it on the death screen, strangely, that doesn't update when you have mods on, because it considers it cheating. But updates your progress, so I'm really not sure where they draw the line in all of that. I mean, clearly they draw it at progress updating, but still, it's a bit of an interesting thing. I understand not wanting to spoil the surprise of finding new stuff, but they're updating that, but not updating. There's a lot of help around, but not updating the high score bit of like gold found and maximum depth and stuff like that. That's an interesting thing to find in the collapsed mines. I guess I've added enemies to this modifier now. Well, it used to be it just added the little fungal spores about, like those things that explode. But now it seems it's added in a lot more enemies as well as, I was going to say, weird fungus. Some of it did survive along with the cheese, which is nice. Oh yeah, those guys did exist. You had little splitter people around before. They still existed when this hadn't been updated. I think it's been updated anyway. The fungal spores modifier in this area. Do I want to just head through the Holy Mountain? I have 400 money. Don't really have anything else to show for it though. I'll take this wand, with any luck. I mean, it's actually a good base wand. I would complain about the saw blades. Or disc projectile. Such a boring name. Why not just call it saw blades? We all know that's what it is. Ah, it's a new wand. Thank you. It's got horrible recharge time. It comes with reduced recharge time on it, meaning I can make this zero delay wand. Find and add mana. That's infinite free spells as long as they're cheap. I'll take this. Glad they added more spells though. I really... What did I do to anger the gods this time? Ah, it was the cheese, apparently. Well, there's only one thing to do in this case, which is, yeah, he's following me. Mr. Steve, I'm sorry to do you like this. Seems a bit dirty of me. Wrong one. I didn't have the other one to try and break that chain of it. Oh no, has he been made resistant to statues? No, Steve, how could they? They've upped his health or something. That does 400 damage, and he's not dead. Oh god. Steve! Steve! No, don't do this. No, Steve. You know I love you deep down somewhere. Whiskey's not appropriate, but... Oh, I've murdered him anyway. I've got 12 health. Whiskey is now appropriate. I'll drink to that. I have now been poisoned slightly, I might die. Oh dear. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Oh, it looks like being drunk now blurs your vision. I never used to do that. I guess over a minute of drunkenness makes you just have blurry vision. That's a new thing they've added. Which makes me wonder if they've also messed with some of the other, like, the status changes even. That's what I was going to say. Anyway, I don't want disc projectiles, I've got bad experiences with that after last run. And let's have this. Okay. My other option is I've got a chainsaw. Great. Do I have any cheaper spells? No, I don't. I can test this out. Does this work? Gods are already angry, so... It can dig through. Yeah, it's a nice little update. Let's just drink a bit more. Drank way too much. Drinking more will make you poisoned. Making yourself wet doesn't do anything. I did take some damage from the alcohol poisoning, which is a bit of a shame. That was in the name of science. That's fine. Don't need the reduced recharge time in this. Yeah, that'll do its job well enough. I'll save that, I guess. Hexagon don't see being useful, same with heavy spread. That one's not worth keeping around. This one isn't worth keeping around, that one's not worth keeping around. Okay, I've got 3 ones to bin. And item radar, that's a new one. I mean, I know what it's going to do, why did I bother going over to read it? A lot of new stuff they've added. Like, I might have already been here for some of it. Like, I can't say for certain. But, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Sadly, I don't think there's any way to get through this without triggering... Ah, Midas, possibly. That is a good ship. We've got blood, we've got whiskey, we've got vomits. You know, let's up our chances slightly. I'll go over here where there's a bit of water as well. I'll stand above it. It's probably the best move. So let's see. What's this all going to become? Ah, good to see you back. The last run ended in some odd ways. Pretty much what happened, as far as I'm aware anyway, is saw blade orbitals, which I managed to pick up. I put it on my wand. It deletes terrain where the saw blades are. Typically, I'm pretty sure the saw blades have at least a pixel that they occupy or something, just so they can calculate damage, and since they don't disappear on contact, they're not an average projectile, so I'm assuming they left that in accidentally. So it just deleted stuff around it, angered the gods, and I murdered myself with my own saw blade projectiles because they occasionally dealt damage, but not all the time. You might want to watch the VOD if you want a better idea of what happens. It should be recorded after this if you want to have a look. I might be able to make you a clip and send it your way if you're interested. You're not about those traps, are you? Clearly you're not a man of culture. Diggy hole, might as well see what's down here. There is just more hole. I will avoid it. Oh, this is new. Does this have any significance? Am I supposed to fill this with some kind of liquid? It's got water in the bottom, so I'm going to fill it with more water. Got a picture of a cloud. It's got what looks like a D20 or something. But no, it doesn't go all the way to the edges, it's just a symbol of some kind. Well, filling it with water didn't do anything, or maybe I didn't fill it with enough. Maybe that cloud means you're supposed to cast like a rain spell or something here. I mean, there's a lot of traps out there, there's a lot which are debatably better or worse than others. I mean, of course, you've got my iconic Star Wars quote of "It's a tarp," as everyone knows. Talking about a gazebo. Then you've also got the, like, women who aren't women, or is it men who's not men? I don't know which way around it is. But yeah. They trick us with that a lot of the time. I've got myself a shotgun wand with good fire rate, lovely. I like the shotgun wand, it comes with multiple projectiles. Like if I put a damage modifier on this, all 3 projectiles would do an extra 10 damage. So it's definitely one of my favourite spells to modify early on. Which also makes me a little curious about if I put a orbital modifier on, like the ones I found last run. Would all 3 of these have orbiting fireballs? Or saw blades? Or whatever? Who knows? What I do know is orbitals are likely best in not being put on bouncing burst, because that kind of backfired on me. Yeah, if I show you the progress page, Stagander, yeah, there's a lot more empty space here, so we've added a fair few new spells. Don't remember it being quite that empty before down that end of it. Because my main part of this game I like is messing with spells, I'm quite happy about that. Keep me going for a while. It's a very inefficient digging one, it does do its job. Apparently there's toxic rock there. Well, this seems like I should be in the caverns soon. There's a lot of ones showing up. Yeah, here we are. Let's just murder some things, as you do. It's taking a while. Trip? Oh, you should have just said I'm in the fungal caverns, I can sort you out for that. Don't you worry. Give me half a chance and I will take as much trip as I can get. I've got no idea what's going on right now. I'm not dead though, so it could be worse. And Pete. That's the first time I come across this on its own. I'm assuming it comes with swamp water. Yeah, there's some swamp water in there. Oh, if I could get away with playing Pink Floyd, I would. But you know how Twitch is now. I'm not allowed to. I mean, I don't know if you do know how Twitch is, but basically music in streams has been getting copyright struck constantly, so if it happened to a small channel like myself, I would just stop existing, I'd imagine. 'Cause I can't fight a copyright claim. I doubt they care enough to actually advocate for me. Let's see. I clear a safe enough space to be able to just eat all of this. No, there's still a few enemies about. There's so many good Pink Floyd songs I could put on as well. There's also a song that is very fitting a lot of the time for the Twitch votes, Twitch chat even. Kind of mix that together. Sorry for that. Yeah. If you look up, I think it's Fire by Arthur Brown. And odd song I wouldn't normally listen to. I think it represents the Twitch chat quite well. And just Noita. I mean, seeing as it starts with the words, "I am the god of hellfire," I think it's quite fitting. It's a very odd song, I won't lie. I do quite like it. It's definitely one I've listened to a fair bit in the past. Not for any particular reasons, just because it's half decent. Oh no. Everything is fire and other stuff as well. Concentrated mana, pheromone, toxic sludge. That just gold up there, yeah, some of this has become Miras. Okay, here we go. A good non-shuffle wand. Just what we needed. Now all I need to do is find a massive pile of weird fungus just eat and see if it actually changes at all. So it seems they've updated some of the descriptions and effects of statuses from eating random stuff you find in the ground, like whiskey. Do I want more dynamite? Sure. Oh no, I will get all the gold, don't worry. Plenty of it though, just around the place. I'm not in any real rush to get it. I mean, look at all that draft Midas just in there, I'll be able to get that easily at some point. Is this just water in there? I need to be careful what I'm eating this weird fungus next to now. So if I accidentally eat some concentrated mana, it might not end amazingly. Although I don't know what that does if you eat it. Okay, they have updated the tripping one as well, that's nice. I imagine there goes all that gold. If this gets under a minute, I'd imagine the trip will say something just a bit more ordinary. Really curious to just find out all the stuff they've added in, because it seems like quite a large update of just small things done. Take a broken wand though. I'll be getting to PC Lab sooner or later. What's this? Concentrated light and a decent wand, not got the best capacity. I'll take it over that one. Weird thing I find about the concentrated light spell is it stops when it comes into contact with water or any other liquid. I don't know what kind of light doesn't pass through liquids, but if you can find it, do let me know. I thought about being concentrated, it would just like go drastically off course or something. Like how liquids has the... Oh god, that's a lovely chest you've given me. Thought that would get reflected, it didn't. Somewhere over there, there's a person I want to murder. Go, my slimy egg. Do something while I can't see what you're doing. Alright, let's see. How many health ups is this? That was a lot of health ups. I think that was 3 health ups, yeah. I'm doing pretty well here, all things considered. And there's... Oh my god. Okay, I am a happy chap right now. I've got a bottle of alchemical precursor. Entire bottle of. I am now going to be a very rich person. So long as I don't immediately die. Which, I'll be honest, there's a good chance of that happening. That guy's on my side and I tried to murder him. The chemical precursor, if you're not aware, mix it with some meat off of a freshly killed enemy, and it gets you Draft-A-Midas. And I'm going to just run away now because I don't want to die. There's a robot down there. I can find a lovely corpse somewhere. Then mix just the tiniest bit of this with it. That's me got tons of money. However, I can't find the way out. There's another slimy egg down there. They're spawning a lot more frequently than normal nowadays. Stable teleporter. If that was normal teleporter, I've heard you can get a portal if you put that in the hourglass from the Hisi base further down. I hope I live that long as well. I'm just trying to find my way out at this point. I'm pretty sure you aren't able to find your way to Holy Mountain from the, what you call it, fungal caverns. So you need to make my way back into this area, which seems to be happening. I don't like these potions that are being dropped around the place, so it does make me a bit antsy. Down there is not a good idea. Unless, was that Healthium? Hastium. Concentrated mana. Some draft Midas in there. Let's see. Is there a better way down? I mean, there's this way down. This is roughly the way I came from, so it should be mostly safe. There's enemies over there. It was one of those lively potions. Give me a minute, I'm gonna go back and try and find that if that's the case. I mean, I wouldn't say I hate the new pod charts. Not quite the same as the old one though. The old one had been around for a while, so it was somewhat iconic. Anyway, let's see, where was this potion you said existed? Bougia glass. All of these have exploded. Nothing in there. Fall further down. Oh, God almighty, what is this mess? That was the way down. I just looked in the chat to see what the Komodo hype was, and that is an amazing, amazing thing. I am glad you've shown that to me. Got a trigger? Do I want a trigger? Not really, if I'm honest. So what do I do with my wands? I could make a very fast firing shotgun. Just put that on there. Take these off so I can have a few spare if I need them. This should now... yeah. Just double shot of that. Potentially I could loop around. Let's see, how does looping around work? Does this do it? Yeah, that does it. What if I put it this way around? This is non-shuffle, it'll do better, so I might move it over. Gonna be just a minute messing with my wands. I think this is a bit much. It's just a flak cannon at this point. Can't say I don't like that though. Also, it is meat. Does this work? I don't want to annoy the gods, actually. That's a bad idea to test. Stronger hearts I'll take. It's always nice early on. Spontaneous. Vomit near you evolves. If I was actually able to get all the fungus I wanted, then that would have been nice. God's been angered anyway. Gods? You okay? Yeah, gods are alright apparently. This comes with a vomit potion. Alright. That's an odd one. Sure, let's give it a shot. I'll have a quick check of what this spell is. Don't immediately recognise it. Yeah, it's Circle Displacement. I thought Circle Displacement was slightly darker coloured, but oh well. Do I want to maybe take that off? Yeah, it's faster if I do this. Give it a shot. 0 mana drain adds cast delay. I wonder if I do this. No, it still drains too quickly. Well, I'll stop messing around in this area and go down as soon as these enemies are dead. And these other ones have teleported in as well, I guess. I'm lucky getting a turret in here. And it's gone. No, these don't do any digging. What was doing the digging there? Something was destroying part of the temple bricks. It's got 420 max health, I've just noticed. Which is good. I mean, there is the obvious joke in here, but that aside, that's actually really nice this early on. The turret was doing, I never knew the turret could destroy the... Was it? It could have been either, really. I didn't really pay enough attention. It's most likely one of those, though. Now, this is a problem. There's a lot of freezing vapour. I'm lazy, so... Alright, it's gone. No, he doesn't count as meat, he's just ice now. That's a shame. Turret up there, turret down here. Now I've got some meat, let's get some Drathonitis going. There's a lot of fire though, so it's not the best spot ever for it. It does just keep going though. Like, I've used the tiniest amount of my alchemical precursor and I've got a fair bit of gold out of that. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, here's some enemies who aren't inside fire. That'll be better. That goes over the top of blood. That's fair enough, really. So I'm just going to cascade down. This fire's potentially too quickly now. I think it regenerates its mana at a decent enough rate, it should be fine. I'm not seeing any wands around here. I'm kinda wanting to find some new spells like the orbital things from last time. Because I want to see how that works with the triplicate bolt. I should also test out this new perk. That just turned into water. That vomit was useless. Let's get a bit more out then. Ah, it just eats up the vomit and then spawns in things. Got it. There is a bit of meat, yeah, you're right. I should do this. Is that chemical precursor? You feeling alright? Okay, now it's happy doing it. I'm very confused. I don't know what happened there. Potentially it's because there's the snow around that wants to freeze over or something, so that was taking priority. It seems as soon as that toxic sludge got involved, we figured out what it wanted to do. I don't like all this oil I've now got about the place, so... Meanwhile, being sufficiently lubed up is very important. I don't know if it's quite what I needed. There's already ice around. I'm going to be slipping everywhere. Still no ones in sight, however. There's got to be some ones somewhere. Also, does that crate turn into gold? I'd imagine so, because it's exploded. Well, Draftomidus is powerful though. I'm glad I got this alchemical precursor. I would have been happy enough alone with just the extra health ups I got in there. I think I was 75 extra max health, I think. Is this going to turn into ice? I forget how the frozen cavern works. I don't think it does. Not unless it comes into contact with ice. Ah, and I found my way to Magic Temple accidentally. I'll leave that alone. Well, Magic Temple is good. I like being able to see what's going to be murdering me. Electricity box. Don't know why my immediate instinct was fire water at it. It's probably bad first instinct when you see like live wires or something. Okay, down there's currently not allowed because there's a lot of just freezing vapour. Looks like it's about to run out though. Oh, I'm at the Holy Mountain. Do I want to just go down? I haven't actually found anything at all this floor. But I can't not do this. I've set myself on fire, I meant to kick it. No. Stop that. I want to get you in the oil. There we go. I mean, if I go down another floor, I've got a better chance of finding a good wand. I've got one guaranteed wand at least from the broken wand. But I would like to get something from this floor. It seems a bit just bad in terms of gameplay wise, not picking up anything. Like, I'd like to get that. I don't think I can. Unless... this thing exploding destroy... Yeah, I've still got HP to throw away, but if I do want to come back to the surface, it is worth keeping some bit of reserve. Just for pickups as you go along. Seeing as I am going to aim for the moon again. And... he's still going. I thought this was an empty tunnel. I'm sorry for intruding. It looks awfully drunk though from this path. Unless we've changed how the worms dig. That could be a case. Big Worm is free health, but you don't want to fight him in a tunnel he's dug where your only escape is by moving upwards. If he was anywhere else I would fight him, but I think the best chance since he's digging down is probably, I'm on fire here, is probably just to wait for him to get to the other end and fight him in the next floor. Because he will be reaching the next floor if he keeps going in that direction. Meaning I will be able to find him at some point. I might even get himself killed. So, who knows? Do I want to just go down to the next floor? half a mind to just keep exploring, but there really is nothing here. One of these is a healer, and yeah, I'll definitely continue. One of them is. Yeah, one of those is a healer, so I'll continue on this floor. Now that is a lot of meat. I'm going to need to wait for this blood to drain away. Since this blood's gone, I've got all this meat to play with. Missile turrets. Okay, it seems I've got a bit of meat to play with now. Drop a bit more alchemical precursor around. There I am. I'm not gonna do any more of that. Now we've just got gold coming down here. Healthy rain, that also helps. Yeah, I'll keep going over this floor then. Got health and gold to spare. I wonder, does alchemical precursor do something different if you mix it with like worm meat or something? I haven't actually checked that before. Same with the meat of an innocent creature, which is from just your like sheep and such to find over to the west. Swapper is not good. It's a half decent wand though. Half tempted to take it. I'm not going to be using this, I wouldn't think. Nice shot. Yeah, I've not found any more fun spells this time, which is a shame. And I accidentally fell into that portal, so I'll just get myself healed up off this guy, then keep going I guess. There we are. Full health. I'm gonna be honest, I'm never gonna remember to use these rats, so let's just get them all now. Oh no. It's not good. Okay, what can I do here? I'm gonna quickly pause and think. I can try and run past him, there's the other statue. I can try and murder him. I think the first statue got caught in the whiskey world. Let's go back and check. I need to check and see if that's the case. I can also run, that's a possibility, and I do have this statue. Lovely. Accidentally shot it just there. It's now floating. As any good statue should. It's now embedded in myself. I am the statue. I think I accidentally murdered someone there. An homunculi. Okay. That's a new perk in there. There's also Peace with Gods, so I'm gonna just run for it if I can. Let's try and bait him out, then bait around him. I know I don't have to fight him, but where's the fun in not fighting? It just means he's going to still be here later as well, so I would rather get it done. Remove ground. Okay. It's even less ground to work on. Brilliant. You know what? I'm more liking this idea of just ignoring him. But I need to see Peace of Gods. I was covered in oil, so slid and took invisibility. Oh no, that was not my plan. Oh no. seems he's off murdering someone else, though. So that's good. The music's calmed down, but I can still feel the explosions. They're off in the distance somewhere. It's got a spark bolt trigger. Do I want to use that with triplicate bolts? I've got a chainsaw, at the very least. It seems the healing bolt's now going through the shield. That's a new thing. It wasn't like that before. I'm really wishing I managed to get that piece of God's perk. That would have been lovely in this situation. Okay, I've still got one of my other plans. I'm gonna hide over here and try and kick a statue into him. Chances are he won't come over here. Chances also are that I'm invisible. I accidentally murdered some of my followers. I feel bad. So Steve won't murder me, but he will murder that guy who teleports to me. Okay. Don't know how I feel about all this. Didn't mean to pick up the spell refresh. I don't know how any of the followers are still alive. I've killed half of them myself, accidentally. That wasn't a powerful enough kick, oh. The gods are enraged. That's new. Does that mean I get two Steves? Are we annoyed that my homunculus is dead? Were they in an accident that was not their fault, is that why? I'd rather you didn't, unless it's something that I definitely want to avoid. Because I'm imagining it's something to do with like Steve and that, so I will find out sooner or later anyway. Okay, give me a second, we've got one of those bots coming in. Can't believe them, not even real people. Sorry if either of you are bots. Don't want any of these. Spark Bolt of Trigger, somewhat interesting. I'd like a modifier if I could. Don't think I'm getting a modifier. Well, let's keep going there. I have a feeling this isn't going to end well. Ah, you're a bot on Tuesdays. I mean, okay, I found a new thing as well. I'm going to take that, never mind. Yeah, what I was going to say is, typically I'm not a bot, but occasionally I am in the mood and want to fuck a toaster. Don't usually say stuff like that, but you know what, I'm gonna die anyway, it's only 2, I feel you're old enough to not need to worry about that. So let's see how this works. This is going to be an interesting one. Withering Curse. Use a projectile for curse. X targets hit by the projectile wither away. What do you think that means? Place your bets now. It stacks apparently, so it's good for triplicate bolts. I will take this one back against it, quite like the concentrated light, it can be handy. I wonder, like, I had a spot the other day that you're not allowed to, like, buy the Twitch bots, it's against the terms of service and all that. What if you want to make someone lose their channel, so you buy them Twitch bots? It's unlikely to ever happen, but what would happen in that situation? Do you think you could ever convince someone on, like, the Twitch moderation team that someone else was the one who bought you those Twitch bots? Like, I doubt you could, but that could actually be a good way to just get rid of someone's channel in a fairly evil way, I'll be honest. It's quite creative as well, I will say. I'm not saying that you should do that to me, but I don't want bots, thank you very much, but yeah, it'd be an interesting one. This Withering Curse is insanely powerful, I'm learning. This is tearing through things. Like, I understand I am using a shotgun, but still. It's pretty good. How much damage does the triplet bolt do? 5 damage. I did 25 on that hit. Are these overlapping? And that was 15 in close range, so that makes sense. That got a crit there. That's a 43. Not sure what the crit modifier is, but that's a weird one. And a wand with... Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna go test something in the Holy Mountain. Withering Curse and fireballs from orbital on triplicate bolts. This will be a fun time if this works. And it will likely get me killed, but I don't care, it's gonna be fun. Probably should care, I'll be honest. I no longer need that. Yeah, I'm going to be setting myself on fire a lot here. So, I'd like to get a new perk in the next Holy Mountain. Potentially that won't happen, seeing as the gods actively hate me. The chest down there as well. I had a bottle of flamoxium in it. And surprisingly, this is doing a lot of digging for triplicate bolts. Does that mean an explosion from these fire bolts are doing digging as well? I would assume it actually. So these orbitals definitely need to be worked on then. But we'll definitely need to... Well, I say we'll need to, I don't even bother with Reddit, so I wouldn't be able to go onto the subreddit and tell the devs, hey, this needs to be fixed. I'm sure someone will. And the Legos, that seems to have stopped doing their thing. I can hit Steve with one of these, assuming it is just Steve I come across again and not something far more deadly. Then I should be safe. So firstly, I can set him on fire, if he can be set on fire, that is. And secondly, I've got Withering Curses. This will just eviscerate everything. Like yesterday I had carpet bombing with what was it called? Downwards explosive bolts or something like that. Can't quite remember. What's this? We've got matter returned. On triplicate bolt potentially. Would that stack with the orbital? It's not going to have enough mana. In fact, it actually will have enough mana. Let's give this a shot. Today's a day for experimenting, I've decided. Seeing as there's a lot of new stuff I've been coming across. And it's quite interesting. I mean, to think a single triplicate bolt would be able to just, like, carpet bomb enemies from a distance is great fun. Got another wand in here, let's see, does this have something fun? It has large fire bolts, it's not all that fun, I'll be honest. Reduce spread could be. But I'll quickly go into here to check. Yeah, that adds spread. So if I have reduced spread, I could concentrate all three of my things to be in the same position, potentially. Do I want that? I don't think I would. This is going to just tear through Steve if Steve is still about. If he's not, I feel kinda bad for Steve. If we've got Super Steve, who wants to murder me like twice as hard, then potentially I'll be able to kill him. Just remember, I have this broken wand, I should be heading over to that side at some point. Do I want to do it now or do I want to fight Steve with more health? I'm a bit worried about Steve, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll go to the... what's it called? Anvil, that's the word. Let's see. Should be in the same spot every time, so down bottom right, I believe? If it's not, I've got no idea where it is. I know the shot can change whichever side it appears on. Such an inefficient digging, but I am having fun just with the absurdity of digging with it. The fact I managed to kill some enemies I didn't even know were there is quite fun. And we've got a wand there, which means we're not far enough to the left yet. And that enemy just disappeared. Oh, you've given me an always cast. Where is it? Where is it always cast? It's on there. What is that? Projectile gravity field. Tracks it towards a TNT. That's a curious thing. Can I mix those two ones? Potentially. I'll need to see what happens. Yeah, another withering curse. It's basically better than fireball orbit. Yeah, I won't bother with it. I do have an empty wand, I might as well take it. Can't hurt to have it. Why am I keeping this? Oh yeah, it has Matarita. Should be close to... well, at least hopefully close to the little anvil. I can't think of being much further away. There are a few wands about the place, so I might have some more stuff to explore before long. That was a bad idea. Hindsight. Wait for that shield to deactivate, then I can fire for a short second. And yet I've got a more powerful Steve thing coming up, so I'll seem to keep that in mind. And I'm on fire. Let's see then. Should be near the anvil if I'm at this bit. I can just fire down there, I should be able to make my way through. Not in a recharge isn't quite good enough, I don't think, for this one. This homunculi might die. If they do, I am sorry. I'm just needing to make my way through when I don't have... Okay, no, I do have a better way to dig. I have TNT, but I'll definitely kill them. TNT for projectile attraction field, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Does that ever disappear? Okay, I need to be further down. I don't think that will ever disappear. That's fun. Might as well see how it works with orbitals. Okay, orbitals are based around the projectile, not around anything else. That's good to know. Look at me using my pro gamer moves to use the shield to reflect that TNT so it definitely hit me. Tell I've got a lot of time and effort put into this game. Everything's whiskey. Debatably, that does actually help. To at least a small extent. Now this should be the anvil here somewhere. Here we are. Then I get to fight Steve without a health top up afterwards. And it's potentially an angrier Steve than normal. Fast explodes when it's done. Good to know. Plasma beam bounce. I mean, that's actually a really good base one anyway. I will take that. I don't want my TNT anymore. Okay, so I need to run in, take my health top up if that's still there. Statues disappeared, which doesn't bode well for me. And the gods are very angry. Mega Steve. Alright. Hello, Mega Steve. The gods are being made even angrier now by Mega Steve. Come on, Mega Steve. You know you want to let me survive, deep down. Okay, so Steve 2.0, pretty much. It's good to know it's not anything worse than that. Like, if it had removed the health pickups entirely, that would have not been good. I'm amazed I managed to beat it though. I think it's mostly thanks to Withering Curse I've got. But now the gods are also very angry with me. So is that... got a solution to Steve potentially? Give me a minute. Can we get explosion immunity? Get stronger hearts again. Don't need stronger hearts. Don't have enough money to refresh again. Trick blood money. I'll take that. I don't want boomerang spells. Guess living on the edge. So what can I take from here? We've got add mana and freeze charge. That's a nice one. That's a very nice one. Give me a second. I want to steal matter return this. Now we can say goodbye to these now. won't be needing them. Okay, add mana to here. Add freeze charge to here. I don't think I need to freeze charge actually in hindsight. That's probably not needed. That should do a good job. Still using a lot of mana though. Do any of these have non-shuffle and lots of mana recharge? That one, good mana recharge, but it's not what I need. Yeah, none of them are going to be great. Do I want to put more River and Curse in this? I think I do. As fun as Fireball to Orbit is, it will get me killed. Matter Eater could make for good digging ones. Don't quite know how I'd use it though. And I guess I'll take one of them. I'll bin some triplicate bolts, seeing as I'm not really going to find much use for them anymore. Horizontal path I won't be needing. Okay, digging bolts, do I want them? Potentially. Yeah, I'd say that works quite well, I'll be honest. Lovely, that should do perfectly. So now I've got that as my fighting weapon, I won't be needing that. Guess I'll save a couple of them. $1d20, I'll need to actually be careful of this. Random douse. And it was Ambrosia. I'll stand in that while I do my editing then. Digging Blast I won't need any more of. So let's give this a test. How would this work? Not as well as I'd hoped, I'll be honest. Didn't seem to pass on to Fireball Orbits. So I'll just keep that for now. Keep Fireball Orbit as well. Let's go murder ourselves a dragon. Best thing is, this doesn't generate any extra particle effects, unlike what I had yesterday with the always casting large magic fireballs, or whatever it was. It also withers the enemies, so they just die. And ducks to top it all. Speaking of, I haven't actually had any Mighty Ducks yet. I'm going to get some of those in later if they come up. Anyway, remembering correctly, you said I need to have a good digging wand and go to the far left of this area, was it? I think that's what you said. For the Moon Radar part. Currently I don't have a flight wand, so need to get that sorted. Don't have a reliable way up. I do have Matter Eater, however. Could mess with using that and like spark bolts with that, no, that's timer, that wouldn't work, would it? But it's trigger, then I'd use it with like a digging bolt or something. Digging blast in this case. Still might be able to make that work with just digging blast and running up to the wall. Alright. I was not paying attention. Ouch. Okay, so go to far left. I will get myself the dragon's like wand first. Unless I want to explore the new stuff first. I'm not entirely sure. It does look like Stagandar's left. It's a bit of a shame, but ah well. Nothing I can do about that. Health up down there. It's extra 50 health. I have been poisoned, which is not kind of it. I want that. I think that's projectile gravity. Projectile gravity is not going to help. I am loving this withering curse move. I am just murdering all these creatures. I really want to see how it works against the dragon if it's large hitbox. What more Wiki eggs I remember reviewing? I'm a little concerned on that front. I think they might have buffed them slightly. Anyway, the dragon shouldn't be far off now. I do just have a murder everything wand. Sadly, I could do some healing, which I don't have. Yeah, this rock's just given up on ever spawning anything. I just want to dig in from above. Yeah, there we go. So water isn't going to be helping. But he is just being eviscerated. That's good. Orbit larva. Okay, now that's an interesting one. 4 copies of projectile rotate around him. For 90 mana drain. Now, question is, copies of a projectile. That's 3 projectiles in one spell. Does that mean 12 projectiles around it? So many new things I need to mess with. This is going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to this tremendously. This is going to be great. I'm just hoping they fixed the larva because it never used to, like, if I pause quickly to explain. Like, for example, if I can find it, here we are. Downwards and upwards larva. I remember a while ago, I used Bouncing Burst with the increased damage, wherever that is. There we go. Damage plus. I had like 2 of those on it, so it was doing maybe 23 damage per thing. I tried putting the upwards or downwards larpa on it just because Bouncing Burst will bounce around a lot. Just tons of extra damage. It didn't actually work though. It makes a copy of the base projectile without any of the modifiers. So chances are it could be useless. Still want to test it out, but it might not be as good as I'm hoping. If they all had Withering Curse on, that would be insanely good. Like, an extra 12 copies of Withering Curse. I think I've got double Withering Curse, assuming it stats. So, if that does work, then that'll be me sorted. No boss will stand a chance. I mean, they already don't really stand a chance. It's more me just getting Noita that'll get me killed. But yeah, I'll need to mess with that. I might actually visit the Holy Mountain above ground first, just so I can mess with it before I die. Because going into unfamiliar territory, there's a chance I will die. Don't want to say that it's a good chance I'll die, but I'll be honest, I'm quite likely. I mean, if I'm not careful, that is. Could play it very safe, and that one has add mana. Why did I leave that behind? Was that ever left behind? I don't remember it at all. All the ground is disappeared. I think I've still got a small platform to stand on up here. Assuming I can get up. There we are. Speed up. Do we want that if we're gonna have a larpa? Okay, as much as I want this, I'm feeling I'm gonna need to swap wands over to different one. So let's swap wands. Let's put all of these over here. Didn't mean to throw that, can't pick it up, I'll just do that then. I think that might actually work better. So let's give this a test. Larpa uses an awful lot of mana, so if I can loop the mana around, that might work. So this one's here I want to use. Does that look like 12 projectiles? Like, I can't tell myself, it's moving a bit quickly. I think it's 4 extra projectiles around each one. So a total of 12 extra projectiles then, yeah. Do they spread Withering Curse? I can't tell. Do I want to do this instead? Quite possibly yes. I want to loop it around to try and mess with it slightly. Again, I think yes. There, extra firing speed. And some cheese. Is this better than what I had before? I honestly don't think it is. What if instead of the extra mana, taking bolt and that back? I'll be honest, I don't think orbiting LARP is going to be worth it. Much as it sounds fun, I doubt it's actually going to do anything. Meaning if I do this... Okay, that's Castaway getting in the way. So if I put that on... Still not good enough. And a chainsaw. Now I'm gonna go back to my other one. My other one seems to be doing better here. Yeah, I'll keep that, I think. LARP I don't think is going to be worthwhile, I will keep it around. I've just got to organise all of this, at least vaguely. that'll be me ready to go. Speed up. Nah, I don't need speed up. I'll keep it around. Going to need to bin something. I'll bin that, I'll bin that. There we go. Well, let's go mess with this, like, Looky Cave, whatever it is. Assuming Looky Cave's not going to be too bad. Don't want to just assume though, because it could have changed from what I think was the Looky Cave when I came across it before. That one's not useful. Not needing that one. What are ones about? Anyway, surprise. Very careful an enemy that doesn't seem. Ah, you mean that one? It's a little green person, I'm assuming. It just explodes. Sad thing to say is, unless they've changed it, the homunculi are going to be wanting to murder me. Remembering correctly, I've seen it before, and that's a Looky. Okay, I was thinking it was one of the guys who'd seen Polymorph before. Or just floating green blob. With a little face on it. Doesn't seem to take damage. Mighty Duck. I'll take a Mighty Duck. Just tons of extra health. It's me up to 740 now. It's pretty good, I'll be honest. Ah, Fear, good to see you. I'm messing with new spells and such today, and then, if I'm lucky enough, I'll try and make my way to the moon. Let's see. Where would this Looky Cave be? Yeah, got a fair bit going for me, like 740 health for one. I've got Withering Curse, which is new on these. I found a few new modifiers, such as orbitals. So, yeah, it seems to be going quite well. Yesterday I almost made it to the moon, but gave up because I couldn't find it. So I'm assuming that if I find this moon radar perk, which allegedly exists around here somewhere, it will help. You wouldn't happen to know whether the Looky Cave's inside this wall or not, would you? I'd imagine it isn't, because I don't think that's where I came across it before, if I am thinking of the right thing. But it is worth checking, I'd imagine. Straight up from the altar, you have to pass all level. That seems below. Yeah, I've got pretty much the top layer, I just couldn't actually find the thing. I went all the way, just couldn't find it. Somewhere on the left there's an opening. Okay, an opening in the wall. Got it. Now I'm needing to be careful. I've not got most health there. Yeah, it's horrible getting all the way up. I managed to get a... oh, health. Thank you very much. I'll stand here while I explain roughly what happened. Basically, I got a wand of always cast of, I think it was large magic missile. It has some recoil to it, so I was just firing that in order to fly. I got to the top once, couldn't find it, went back down thinking maybe I'd missed something, went back up again, and then the smoke that generates became a bit of a problem. Assuming this is a leaky layer, yeah, that's a leaky layer. Smoke became a bit of a problem. It caused me to have maybe 5 frames a second. So it wasn't great. Leaky layer comes with, that is an amazing amount of max mana. Okay, these eggs don't do anything until they're destroyed. Also, I'm invisible, so I should be fine to just walk around. I'm assuming that's the thing which wants to be avoided. I'm safe, but my homunculi might get me murdered. Okay, there's another new thing here. Which thing's not wanting to die? I'm assuming it was that big thing with like the saw for a mouth. That thing gives immortality to nearby creatures. So if I get rid of that, I'll stand a better chance. Extra health. There's more of it up there. Let's just do some digging. It's hardly the most efficient digging wand, but it does a job. Smart. Let's see, that should be a nice entryway. Spheres are one of those little fungal cavities spawned here. Polymorphine. Stay away from that. We just need to keep going. That's what I'm going to do. I will do. If I do manage to get some in, I'll make a clip of it. I'll send you a link. Discord and such. Well, have fun at work. Hopefully it's not all that tedious for you. Might be hoping for a bit much though. You got a mage in there, is that the one making these little clouds? I do not like down there. Down there is not good. A wand. Bomb cart. Still don't think I've ever used that. I've never seen the need to pick it up. Is Withering Curse working those guys? 'Cause I do see them taking damage. I'm sure they don't actually just die. Also, just noticing I'm very low on just everything, pretty much. Like wasp and all that. Yeah, he takes damage. Thankfully, 'cause there's 5 of them there. God, I'm running away from that. I'm assuming they weren't taking damage because maybe it's my status doing the damage. Like, Withering Curse could be overwriting the rest of it. I am pretty much dead though. If I didn't have my homunculi, I'd be fine, I think. My Withering Curse can murder things that aren't supposed to take damage, but that makes us overpowered. Yeah, we don't seem to be taking any projectile damage. We do drop gold, so it does seem they are supposed to die. I'm not sure. Whatever's causing these little wispy things in the air is not fun. Okay, where am I supposed to be going here? I am lost. Like, well and truly lost. got it. I'll make my way up there. I think I've gone a fair bit down, which isn't good. Okay, still got my healing ghosts. Fear is with us in spirit. If you'll excuse the terrible pun. But thankfully, here my homunculi have died. So just get rid of this stain on me. Then I'll be all safe. So as soon as the stain's gone, I have invisibility as a perk. So assuming nothing can see through invisibility, which logically nothing can, should be fine. I mean, my ghosts can, which is nice. Polymorph creatures. Potentially good, potentially bad. I'm not sure how many creatures are about. So it's a new area though, so I mean, I've never actually looked for it, but it does seem like a new one to me. Am I invisible? I really can't tell if I'm invisible. I really hope I am. I've been covered with water, so didn't actually find here. These little clouds, which I don't think should be able to die, do get killed. I'm thinking Withering Curse might be more powerful than I thought. That's the only conclusion I can come up with. You've got a shielding thing up there. That needs to go. Or I need to run away. I'm thinking the latter, I'll be honest. What's this? Orbiting arc. That's not going to help me at this point in time. Polymorphine, yes it is. I'm glad I avoided that for the most part. So hide down here for a second. Hope that I'm safe. Because I'm stained in what I think is Hastium. Okay, I wasn't safe. Yeah, projectiles seem to pass through this thing. I think it's Withering Curse that kills it. Which I'm going to be honest, like I say, is far more powerful than it really should be. An awfully dangerous place this though. Top left, I'm gonna go back up. I think I've cleared way down if I ever need it. No, there's things coming up. Just murder them quickly. Well, they drop a lot of slime. Top left, I might have to dig a bit. Alright, I'll go as top left as I can. Let's see. Got one of these things again. Those drop the annoyingly poisonous liquid when they're killed. Not killing them is probably more dangerous at this point. Yeah, I think Withering Curse of Triplicate Bolt was a good move. Because 3 times the amount of curse I'm able to land them all on the enemy. That's insane. And what would be nice is a proper digging wand, because if it's actually through the dense rock, then I'm gonna be stuck. So what do I have in terms of digging? I've got digging blast, but that's not going to help. I chase after this chest. Still going. Okay, none of them are good. Lovely, it wasn't worth chasing that chest. Do you think triplicate bolt should have some recoil to it though? Seems it's pretty much a shotgun. You can't fire that and not get knocked back, surely. I mean, in this game that's how it works. Judging by like the powerful sound when you fire, you'd think that would do some recoil. Shielding thing up there somewhere. That's who I ran away from initially. So let's get a few hits in and you'll just die eventually. Although with this one, I will say I'm going to be extremely careful when it comes to fighting like an orb boss or anything. Because that orb boss will just murder me. Like if he gets this wand, like I can't remember when it was, I think it was yesterday in one of the earlier runs before you got here. There's an enemy who picks up a wand with, I think, the fireball thrower creatures perk on it. Why is there such a big hole? Anyway, he hit me with that and I continuously shot out fireballs until I died. There wasn't any way around it. Anyway, I've gone invisible. I think to get through here. Just like that. Run its course. Go invisible. Any second now, there we go. And up here. If I'm invisible, do these guys find me? No, but it's terrifying to go through there, I'm gonna be honest. Don't like this. Even if I am invisible and they can't see me. If one of those bumps into me with those just weird movements, this isn't gonna be good. I'll always cast Thundercloud. I mean, that mana charge speed's 10%. I'm terrified. I'm not going to... Is this the right place? I'm assuming it is. Yeah, question mark, question mark, question mark. That's the same as the Essence of Earth place. This must be it. Have I found the fabled moon radar? Can I murder them? No, I can't. I've got the moon radar. Or as I will dub it, the moon radar, 'cause it doesn't have any better name than that. I can't think of a joke immediately. Hey, good to see you. Is that a bot? I don't know why you're saying you've watched my channel with my channel name while I'm streaming on my channel. Is this a bot? I'm assuming it's a bot. No person can type that fast. Curious where this is going though. I will leave it. Just for a second. You've seen this type of bot before. I mean, considering this just looks like copy and paste messaging, I'm assuming this is definitely a bot, yeah. He's been kind though, let the bot stay around. I'm not going to click on any weird links. It's good to know the bot likes Noita. It's definitely positive. I'm assuming this is supposed to go straight to like my whisper or something, so it's just a direct message. This is a weird one though, I've not seen this kind of bot myself before. It's a very polite one, so I will keep it around. Oh no, don't worry, I would have been happy enough to look anyway. Oh, that's a good joke, Scatter. Thing is, I don't see any links from the bots, so I'm a bit confused here. It's saying just look at his channel. Oh god. I do love bots. Like, they do make this more fun. Now, I would ban it, but it's been very polite for a bot, like I say. So I'm gonna leave it to just do what it wants. Can't hurt. Completely empty. Okay, I'm gonna need to look at this later then. Is that bot still around? It gets named after someone in chat. Give me a second, I'm gonna check the users. Yeah, the bot's still around. Lovely. Potentially, this bot is going to boost my view counts. Lovely. I'm gonna be honest, no idea what the bot's trying to do. I appreciate it. It's doing something different. If it is legitimately someone who's just set up a bot to, like, sell channel banners and such, then... Wow. That's nice. Okay, apparently that thing didn't have a body. And we're dropping worm bloods? Do Lickies normally drop worm bloods? I think it does. I mean, if that bot's a genuine person, I might be willing to check it out. I'll send a message. I'm not going to go clicking on any links. I'd rather they do stuff properly rather than making me go to some shady link on their page. Because I'll be honest, as far as bots go on Twitch, majority, if not all of them, aren't trustworthy. I mean, I know half the bots are like moderators, but that's why I don't trust them. Is this bot actually sticking around? Give me a sec, I'm going to refresh the chat quickly. Let's see. No, they've actually left now, that's a shame. OBS takes a while to update with things, I was a bit curious there. Chaotic polymorphine. Tempting to just lob us at one of these spiders. I think it's probably best not to go. I'll just make my way out with invisibility. Much like how Harry Potter did in that one film which I definitely watched. I'm sure you had to face a bunch of spiders in cave at some point. I mean, it's very much a trope genre. Chances are you escaped from invisibility cloak as well. I don't actually know, I could very much be wrong there. Much like a lot of more popular genres, I've never really gotten into them. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to be nice or not. I'm not going to complain if you're being kicked. Wait, what's this? Evolved. What? I've gone down the level, haven't I? Did I not get to fight Mega Steve? No, I'm going back for Mega Steve. Come on. Mega Steve will make a reappearance. I mean, to be fair, my only goal is get to the moon and beat him. It's up to you. If you want to help out, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. Oh god. I see you're disagreeing slightly in chat. You know what would be fun to do sometime? Like try and get a D&D campaign or something going through Twitch. I don't know how on earth that would work, but I have a feeling it'd be just the right level of chaos for D&D to be at its peak. Of course I need to find some way to get that to work. I was going to give that a shot, because I've got no idea how it would work, really. I have done D&D campaigns before, but this would be bizarre to do over Twitch. Well, that thing can see through invisibility, possibly. I think that's me back out though, on a different floor. Is that place I entered not how I was supposed to enter? Anyway, time to keep going down then. I'm liking Noita, but there's a lot of stuff they've added to this. I wasn't even already all that close to finishing it before. I'm assuming the two of you have played Noita as well, but how far have you actually gotten, like, in terms of progress? Like, have you got most of this filled out yourselves? Because I've still got a fair bit to do. I'm about 50% done with spells, other ones are about fine. And apparently, the one without a body was actually a special enemy. Cool. Didn't know that. Anyway, do we get stage 3 Steve this time? Because Gods got even angrier last time, remembering right. Do we have Mega Chad Steve? That's just Mega Steve, he isn't a Chad just yet. He is dead though. You're Steve. Now I came across this before but never actually experimented with it. Could this be a good contender for a spell which uses the... what was it even called? I'm trying to remember. Orbital LARP I think it was. Let's see. Vanilla is different to Mega Steve. I mean, I've not got any mods that should change of generation or anything like that. Also, that's Tinker of Wands everywhere. I'm gonna grab that now before it disappears somehow. I've already got Living on Edge. How does that work? Yeah, the new updates added a lot. If I show you... yeah, mods. All I've got, Twitch Extended, Config Lab to make it work, the Noita Game Over, and then a random robe. That's all I've got going on for me. The rest of this is completely vanilla. I think the only thing that changes is you're able to get... I'm not taking that one. I'll take a second Living on Edge and I'll leave that behind. How does that stack? Anyway, yeah. I think the only thing my mods change is in progress. I think Twitch Extended adds this spell in, simply because it was removed before, but they added it in because you get Mighty Duck, and we wanted to give you that. Apart from that, everything I'm finding is completely vanilla to the game. Anyway, let's give this a shot then. Firstly, make it a slowly growing duck. Make it cheaper. And orbit larva. Fire trail, that's honestly quite threatening. Just look at him. Little duck surrounded by death orbs. How fast can I fire it? Okay. If I speed up. I've got speedy ducks. Okay, this is potentially my next spell. My wand. I also noticed that it does have a knockback to it. So if I can get a wand with low enough cast delay, such as this wand. Mighty ducks down there, it'll be a good test for this new wand. It also means I get more ducks. If I do this, does this work as a flight wand? No, it uses too much in a way of mana. You don't need a recoil perk to make a thing. I could equip the chainsaw, it's not enough to get it down to a usable state for a flight wand though. Like typically what I do for flight wands, I use the base magic arrow because it's very cheap and has a knockback to it, or a recoil. Might be able to use one of these. Let's see. Need to keep that on. Nah, it's not quite enough. If I steal that. Okay, I've now got myself a flight one. Is that worth it? No, it's not. Not in case of just having to replace that. I do have a flight wand lined up should I need it. I need to get myself a digging wand first. Here, let's test out the duck. Seems to be a powerful duck. I managed to fire at this one. So what do we get? It's not anything I can actually see in there. I think that's just various like plant seeds and the like. But I can't do 2 ducks at once. Sure, 2 ducks at once. I've got my actual murder wand as well. If I get a single luminous drill, I'm able to, even if a timer one, get myself a proper digging wand. That's my current goal, I think. Portal to... I mean, I have to, don't I? You've given me a portal. Oh. To the surface. Well. I don't have any flight ones. I've tinker everywhere though. Remember I managed to make that a while ago. So... if we do this... I mean, possibly I can get away with just an extra duck. Not best flight wand. That means I've still got my actual wand for fighting. It means I don't get my fun extra ducks. Get even more health up here, can't I? Look at that, almost 1000 health. I could make my way to the moon right now. That is definitely something I could do. It would mean I need to get rid of this add mana from that one, so I'd have no way of fighting. So what I want to do first is try and fight the Desert Temple boss. Get the Desert Temple boss down. He should drop both a health up, which is good. And also a wand with some spells on it. Use wand 1. It doesn't let me fly, but it does make a lot of ducks. If you do want ducks, I can give you more ducks. It seems that now replaces the projectiles rather than overlaps it, which is good. Just look at the ducks in their natural habitats, eating entire trees. Isn't it lovely? Yeah, I do need to get a better reduction here. I could do that. Ah, I've got myself a flight one, don't even need to go over there. Lovely. Might as well now. Halfway to the Desert Temple. Can also give this skull a drink if I just pour some alcohol in him, but I can't be bothered. Desert Temple. I mean, I would say it's better production. I wouldn't lie there. Another thing I need to do before I go up, and remind me to do this because I will almost definitely forget. Fill up this water potion. There's a lot of fiery enemies up there. I mean, with how I'm planning to do it, it shouldn't be a worry. It's just something I do need to keep in mind. So what I'm planning to do is just head straight up out of this temple, where I'm not going to be able to bump into any of the things whatsoever. Or any of the sky areas. This moon radar, as soon as it's like completely to my left or below me or anything, just head over there. Now, how quickly do you think we're going to evaporate this boss? Will withering shots go through its protective case? It won't. That's a shame. Just need him to open up a little. Come on. You know you want to. Or am I invisible? It's not going to. No more boss. Get a new one, some fun extra spells. It seems they're always the same spells. That's an interesting one. You can make a one-shot firing wand, which converts directly into damage. What if I put that in this wand? Does 1 mana equal 1 damage? Does that do over 1000 damage? I need to know, but it means getting rid of that. So I'm going to be just a second and messing with this. Random perk. Why are they all just down here? Oh, it's got a proper... Oh, alright. I should change that. I've got Tox Community now. Let's save this. I'm not digging Blast anymore, or those multicasts. I can save one of them. I'll save the Larpa. this. Only has 20 uses, so imagine that does get affected by the infinite spells. Which is interesting. I put that there. Get rid of everything else. And then put it on triplicate bolts so it occurs 3 times over. Give me just a minute. I need to find an enemy. Do either of you know enemies that are guaranteed? Oh, they're now around, there's one there. I miss. Okay, I need to wait. As soon as that runs out, I'll be invisible, so I can just wait next to him. Do I wait for it to charge fully, or do it mean just fire at half charge? I think firing once it's full is probably the better bet. See just how it works. Because if I'm invisible, I can get right next to him and get the full damage readout. Okay, that's 1087 damage over 6 projectiles. Either of you want to do the maths and see what that is for just an individual projectile, you'll be able to see just how powerful this is. Doing it very roughly in my head, I want to say that's about maybe 150 odd damage each. Is that about right? That'll get you to 900. Good enough. Also, is this alcohol evaporator? It's 180 damage for each of these max mana used. I've got 1781 max mana. 50 were used by this, so 1731 mana. Divide that by 180, or whatever it is then, and you'll get the exact mana to damage ratio. This seems like it's not as powerful as I'd want it to be, seeing it's only got 20 uses. My guess is, since it's over 50 mana, it's every 50 mana converts to 1 damage. Say that's probably a good guess. I also don't know why I'm walking. Oh yeah, that was why. I need to fill up my water. Oh, you've given me water. That works perfectly. So that's 50 damage per one thing there. Or 1 damage for every 50 mana over that gets used. That seems... I mean, good against a boss. I don't see it combining all that well with other things, especially when it's only got so many uses. Other thing is this. And you can add expiration timers and such as well. So for example, if I do this, both of these now have an expiration timer. I'll say, let's see, I can have just extra triplicate bolts. Other 5 weren't calculated. Sure. I mean, typically if you have a modifier like this, a multicast wand of some kind, it does typically work that way. Also, potion delivery, healthier. Okay, I'm now invincible. Lovely. So fire this off. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm not going to be able to get a damage readout on it though. I'll need to mess with that some other time. For now, as promised, we're going to the moon. very, very slowly, but with duck-powered flight, I guess. I mean, ducks can fly, so it only makes sense. I'm just looking at the audio. I might turn this down slightly for you, just because I don't want you getting deafened by my wand. There you go. How far off the moon? It's not really moved. Let's keep going then. If you want me to turn it down further, do let me know, because it's still getting quite loud. Water trail. Okay, I'm gonna flood the world for when I'm going back. Well, I think I'm above the desert, so that could evaporate. I'm in the water now. That water's steam, it's evaporating before it hits the ground. Is this lagging out for you at all? Like, I'm fine on my end. If it is lagging out, I do have a fix for you though. So do let me know. I should be able to get that fixed. Not yet. Pretty sure as far as lag's concerned, it's just when things interact. It doesn't really care too much about the movement of things. I think the main problem with it yesterday is all that smoke was interacting with the clouds, which we're not happy to have interacting with them. So we should be fine with this. Also, that moon's coming down. You're getting close. I'll slightly alter my course. Okay, now I'll drastically alter my course. I think that was just water you dropped there. Okay, I'm not far off the moon now. Can't be long till I get there. It's not quite as high up as I thought it was. Or maybe I've just got more recoil on Magic Arrow than I thought. Entered the work though, so it means I'm getting close. I guess just keep flying over until the moon's beneath me, or I bump into it. It really can't be far now. Well, this is what I've been aiming for a while. Can I eat it? I can. Well, you'd better get ready for the next half an hour of the stream where I eat the moon. Really unsettling sound. And everyone's favourite moonworm friend. He's gonna help me eat the moon, so it's all fine. He jumped off the moon. He jumped off the moon. Can't believe him. Well, now I've got the tough choice of, do I want to eat to 200% then explode and call it here? It's a really powerful run, so I could just keep it going next week. And go get some orbs and such. I've got a potion of healthium, I've got over 1000 health. I'm pretty sure healthium restores based on percentage, so it's pretty much 10, like 70% heals. I do think I should just end it on a high note though, of eating to 200%. I kinda don't want to waste the run though. It's a tough choice. If only I had something with me that could make me vomit. Like in the game, not in real life, that wouldn't be fun. Because that would get my stomach capacity down. I know, dig to the middle, there's stuff in there, I'm pretty sure. Let's give it a shot. It seems a waste not eating my way to the middle though. But you've got racing here. Look at that. Not a clue what it says. It's in, I'm assuming, some made up language. Somewhere here I'm pretty sure is also the essence of air. I could aim to get all the essences. Run like this, I'd imagine I'd stand a decent chance. Where is this essence of air? It's supposed to be in here somewhere. Is there not an essence of air today? Well, make a way out, just to get rid of this oil. You don't want oil on your cheese. Yeah, there is no essence of air apparently. Lovely. It really is supposed to spawn in here though. I am almost certain of it. Unless they've messed with the spawn locations. I mean, the video I did watch to figure out where I was supposed to be going with this, it was from about a year ago, so that would have still been early access. I don't know. Do I leave it here, Revo? It seems like a good place to end the stream, with a powerful run and having made it to the moon and eaten a fair bit of it. Where is the exact centre of the moon? It's around this letter here. Alright. That's the very centre of the moon. But did I drink too much? What did I drink? Is that something you voted on? Probably, that would make sense actually. Never mind. Does drinking oil make me vomit? Does, slightly, I think. Clear didn't eat enough. But yeah, I'd say that's probably a good place to call it. Got two new perks, the Moon Radar and Spontaneous Generation. Few new enemies. See, I'm doing pretty well with myself today. I think this is also my third run, so that went pretty well. Very much appreciate you helping me out though, Luna, because I would have never found this otherwise. So this victory is as much yours as it is mine, I think. Like, I never have known there was a Moon Radar perk somewhere. I mean, sadly, you can't share in any of the cheese. But thank you very much nonetheless. And thanks for sticking around, Stigander. It's been good having you back. Before I actually end the stream though, I might as well use these new spells I've got saved up. There's this one I've also got, which I need to cast sometime. Not bounce, that's the wrong one. That one. That's an idea. With these add expiration triggers and add timers, could you add an expiration trigger, on collision trigger, and a timer to the one projectile? And if that projectile already had a trigger or a timer, would it have double the effect? Would it have essentially a multicast? Who knows? I mean, lots of stuff to mess around with. We've added tons into this game. I give it a shot, see if it does crash. I need to get a proper digging wand though to get the extra on trigger thing. But what I can do is, let's see. if I put that back there, I'll save some of them for another time. I doubt I'll ever get around to using more of them. Add a larpa, see if that affects it at all. And yeah, I think no, I can add bounce. I can add bounce. I can make it ducks. And I'll put a single trigger, or not a single trigger, single thing after it. And I'll put 3 after, see just how it works. Okay, the fact that it immediately goes into recharging means it's firing 2 projectiles. One of them's that slow moving energy orb, but it's somehow casting both of them on collision. Or is it just ignoring the magic arrow altogether? So if I just fire too quickly, is that it? Yeah, I think I might just be firing too quickly. So what I want to test then is I'll put those on. Does that recast itself after that bounce? Can't quite tell how this is working. Triplicate bolt definitely gets all the modifiers. So let's say put that on there instead. When it runs out, it recasts itself? Oh. That cheese is a lot less appetizing now I'm on the moon. Look at that colour, it's all dark. Is it the same colour as that? Yeah, it is. How is this triplicate bolt working? It recasts the triplicate bolt, but it's never casting the expanding sphere. Can I make an infinite loop? No, I can't. It doesn't loop it around too much in itself. What if I do this? No, that doesn't work either. Wonder why it never actually used the expanding sphere though. That's an odd one. But one that I'll have to figure out some other time because I can't be bothered. Yeah, look at all this progress I made, that's lovely. Assuming that missing one from there, that's going to be... What was it? Was it the massively increase but it does damage to you as well? I think that's what I came across yesterday but didn't ever use. Assuming there's something between plasma beam and plasma cutter. Maybe it's a better plasma beam. Worms are coming, I'll let them appear and enjoy the cheese also then. But yeah, lots of stuff. Looks like there's a lot more orbits to find as well. Can't remember if I came across any ones I didn't use today. I think it was just the disc, fireballs and larpa I found. I've used all 3 of them, so they've all been added. Ouch. I was invisible, you arsehole. Can't believe you. That's it, you don't get anything in the way of cheese. They constantly bleed when they're being damaged by my Curse of Withering. They do. So I've got tons of worm blood and cheese. Everyone's favourites. Seems like a horrible combination. That worm knows what he's up to, he's just eating all that cheese. Good on him. I mean, it really puts question into my head of, are the gummy worms you can buy just worms like this who've been fed entirely on like gelatin and such? Because that's terrifying if that's the case. Oh, we've got some deer as well. Not gonna eat it though, they're just going to explode. I've got almost a full meal here. I've got cheese, I've got meat, I've got worm blood to drink, I guess. It's brilliant, what more could I want? Anyway, yeah, on that note, I think I will call it quits here. It's been good having you around, Luna. Hope to see you again next week. I'll be doing some more streaming tomorrow, it's not going to be Noita though. I'm just going to be doing some like multiplayer stuff with other people. There's a Discord in my channel description if you do want to join and do something. It's entirely up to you though. But yeah, I will see you around. Good night or enjoy the rest of your day or whatever it is for you. But bye for now.